What is up, guys? I'm here with one of our clients, Brea, and honestly, just super stoked for this quick convo. You joined the program maybe a month and a half ago, something like that, and you came in and things just weren't necessarily clicking. It's pretty normal, but you were running your ads, you were taking calls, but weren't seeing like any actual cash come in. And I think what I love most about you and your story is just how you stuck through. You even came to the live event, and yeah, maybe just talk to us about where you were before the program, and then maybe even up to the live event, and we'll get into kind of what things have been like since.
Yes, definitely. So, joined a program that, for lack of better words, just wasn't serving me the way that I needed to. Made big promises, didn't deliver, and I did it for much longer than I did this program. And I didn't even get like I think four sales calls completed, which was crazy. So January this year, I was like, I'm moving across the country in 2 months. I'm getting married. Like, we have to figure something else out because in 2 months my physical job here that I'm in, I'm not going to have. And so we're not going to have a source of income. Like, what are we going to do? So I actually had two sales calls. I remember one with you and one with another program. And God was just leading me in this direction for this season. And so I'm so glad I did. Started off in the beginning, just trying to figure everything out, get some more clarity on where it was, where it was going, the direction I was headed, what I really wanted to offer the people I really wanted to work with. And then I was just like, okay, like let's not overcomplicate things. Let's keep things simple. Let's really just have confidence in God doing this work in you. And put in the work. Like, do what they're telling you. I know you don't know anything about ads and you don't know anything about Facebook. Like, and I was also blocked from advertising on Facebook for years before this too. And so I wasn't even able to like run ads in the beginning. So we just boosted posts and we kind of just took everything like one step at a time. Throughout the process, I started learning just the curveballs that I needed to overcome in terms of like setting, the weird random people that are gonna comment stuff and follow you and DM you that like normally be like, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they said that. And it's like keep the North Star, like let's keep, pushing. And so settings started getting better. I think after I had like one call with like on the group call, like Ethan's had said something and it clicked with me, and then I went from booking 4 calls in January to 12 calls the first week of February.
Wow,
And
that's
so that
crazy.
was pretty great. I know. And then I just continued to show up for all the group calls, continue to show up for myself, and really just give my all to this program. My back was up against the wall. And so I always implemented, I always innovated, I always pivoted when it needed to be done. And then I closed my first two clients. And then that's kind of where we left off at the live event.
Yeah, so then you came to the live event. How was that?
It was great, especially for an extrovert like me. Like 10
Yeah,
out of
you
10.
are definitely extroverted.
10. It was amazing. Like, it was really funny too because even though I had closed two clients already and stuff like that, like I was still feeling very nervous. Like, is everything gonna break? Am I actually gonna be able to coach these people? Like all these kinds of thoughts and just doubts that I think everybody deals with. But it was just like, okay, even with the money too, I was like, okay, I got the 3,500. Like, I can't do anything with it. And it's like, I can't enjoy it. I can't, whatever. And it just gave me a lot of clarity in terms of like, first of all, Christians can make money and make impact. And that was like a big limiting belief that I had. It's just like, woe
Mhm.
is me. Like, let's just wear trash bags and like poverty and like everything like that,
Yeah,
which is a big breakthrough for me. But also in terms of just like prophesying over myself, like, what do I believe that I can happen? All of that stuff was like a really big breakthrough for me.
I love that so much. So, talk to us about where you're at for this month, cash collected. How has this month been versus last month? Yeah.
It's mind-boggling. I literally went from zero to $9,000, which is crazy because I literally made a third of that every month as my monthly income. And like my parents are freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is really
Did you tell your
happening.
parents?
I did, and it was so funny because they were like $8,000 into this guru guy. Yeah, I hope he doesn't scam you. Like, I hope he really does what he said he's gonna do. And I was like, trust the process, Dad.
That's crazy. That's
Yes.
awesome. I love that. Well, praise God. Heck yeah. Well, yeah, anything else like that you want to talk about or anything else that you've noticed kind of shift or anything you're looking forward to?
Yeah. So it was really interesting because I felt like I was in walking my purpose, but I didn't feel very passionate about what I was doing. And that's kind of because I was getting in my own head, but like,
Mm,
am I gonna be able to coach these people? Like, these aren't the people that I thought in my head. Like, I was only gonna work with like 18 to 25-year olds, and like, where it's gonna be some like fun girl frat kind of community type of thing. But it's really just humbling. Like, it was humbling myself and realizing like God has called you to change
mm,
the lives of Christian women and deliver them from anxiety,
yeah.
like through what He's taught you. And so like be the reason that you came into this is so you could help other people. So be open to doing that and kind of get your unrealistic expectations out of your head in terms of what that looks like. And that's been a struggle that I've had my whole life in terms of just like even with my partner and stuff, like I always preach about unrealistic expectations. Like some people are like, yeah, he needs to be 6 foot, six figures, all this kinds of stuff. And I'm like, that's what you think you want, but what God knows you
Yeah.
need is very different. So it's just
100%.
like continuing to learn more about God and like his plan and his design and being able to trust him more in terms of what things look like versus what you thought. And so that was also like a really big breakthrough that I had over the live event as well. Because I
Yeah.
was like, no, this is my passion. And it also helped me actually to realize that my voice is like impactful. I like everyone was talking to me with my voice, and I was like, oh no, like it's fine. Like, and actually, I
Yeah, when
felt
you started singing for sure. 100%.
yes, and I actually felt I've always wanted to kind of do music. My parents were like, "You're not going to be able to eat," and I was like, "Well, that's true because like paying the bill is cool," but God actually showed me, which was really cool, that I'm going to be able to use my voice, not only the voice that I have, but like the singing voice as well, just to impact and move just Christians and people who are looking for Him. And like this coaching is like an avenue to get me the financial freedom and stability that I need to be able to have the freedom to do things like singing and speaking and all that kind of stuff. So that's
Amen.
amazing.
I love it. That's incredible. Cool. Well, praise God.
Yeah.
Again, thanks for doing this. Is there any last thing you would say to maybe someone who's watching this video and they're on the fence about getting a mentor, jumping into the program? What would you say to them?
I would say be resourceful. I would say sometimes that we ask God for things, and then when He gives us an opportunity to step out in faith and take the risk, that we shy away from it. And so, like for example, I used a credit card to pay for this program, my business credit card to pay for this program, and I've already made all of it back. And so it's like, just do it. Everything else that I make from here on out is just like pure ROI, pure return. Like, do it very fast and get started yesterday.
Dang, I don't think I knew that. You might have told me, but I didn't realize that. That's incredible. So
Yes.
yeah, I love it. Well, again, appreciate you. How can people find you if they want to learn more about what you do?
Yeah, of course. So, I would just say go to Instagram. It's Brea Dwyer, BreaDwyer. I also have the business name, which is dearselfco.us. It's a website. It's also an Instagram. I have a YouTube, Brea Dwyer. So Instagram's the best way to reach me. I'll probably be most active on there.
Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, guys, if you're inspired by this story and you're kind of sick of being on the fence, willing to take a risk, and you know this is what you're supposed to do, what I want you to do is click the link down below and book in a time to chat with us. It's going to be a super chill call. We're just going to get a sense of where you're at, where you feel called to go, and what you want to build. And if we're able to help, we'll show you what that looks like. So, again, if you want more info on what it looks like to work with us, click the link down below, and we'll chat soon.